I just copied this entire brain training app that is making thousands of dollars every single month without having to write a single line of code. And I know it sounds impossible, right? But using just one AI tool, I replicated all of the features of Clever, a successful brain training app from the App Store. I also added Stripe to make money right away, and I set up everything needed to monetize it. Now in this step-by-step guide, I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. So even if you're a complete beginner and I got you, you can build your own profitable app without any coding knowledge at all. So are you ready to see how AI is changing the game for app creators? Let's go ahead and get started. Now the AI tool that we're going to use today is Replit. And with my code Mikey, M-I-K-E-Y, you will get a 10% discount and full access to the Replit agent. I added the link in the description down below. All right, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. The first thing we're going to do is set the direction of the app using one solid detailed prompt. We're building a brain training app called Brain Boost Challenge, something clean, intuitive, and packed with features that actually support cognitive growth. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell Replit AI to start with a sleek landing page that lays out the app's key benefits using simple, friendly visuals that work for all age groups. It should be modern, but easy to navigate. So there's no clutter, just clean design and smooth flow, both on desktop and on mobile. I also make sure the colors are pleasing, the text is readable, and that the layout feels intuitive. Now from there, we want a working login and sign-up system so that our users can create an account and they can access their personalized experience. And once signed in, they should be taken straight to a dashboard where everything they need is in one place. Now for the landing page itself, it should clearly showcase 7 core features of the app, each one paired with a short description and a visual or an icon. This includes multiple cognitive games that target memory and logic and attention, a system that adapts difficulty based on the user's skill level, a progress dashboard to show performance over time, and personalized daily training plans like short 2 to 5 minute sessions, science-backed game design, and also a way to unlock premium features, of course, through Stripe. Finally, there should be a clear standout call to action, something like get started or train your brain now, that invites our users to dive in. Now, after submitting all of that, the Replit agent gets to work. And within minutes, we have the framework of a fully structured app. The layout does actually look clean, as you can see. The flow is coming together, and we've got all the foundational pieces ready to go ahead and build upon. And so far, so good. So now before we do anything else, we need to connect Stripe to handle premium features. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Stripe dashboard, and then I'll head over to the developers tab and grab both the secret key and the public key. Now, once I have those, all I have to do is just paste them directly into Replit. There's also a quick option to switch the app into dark mode. If you personally prefer that, then go ahead and hit that toggle. Next up, I'm going to test the login and sign up functionality. So I'm gonna hit get started, and then I'll click sign up. And as you can see, nothing. The username and password fields aren't really doing anything. They're just frozen. So all we gotta do is hop on over back to Replit and then tell the agent exactly what's wrong. The username and password fields in the login page are not responding. Include email in both login and sign up. And yeah, it's still broken, so I'm gonna follow up with a more direct command. Fix all the field boxes in the login and sign up page. Doing that finally does the trick, because now I'm able to create a new account. I can enter my email, username, and password. But as you can see, right after I do click on the submit button, the app again just stays there, frozen. There's no redirect. I don't see the dashboard. So it's time to fix that with this prompt. The user should be redirected to the user dashboard after successful login and sign up. And just like that, the issue is resolved. And at this point, the core authentication and the flow are in place. Now we've got a working login system, we've got proper redirects, and yes, we've got Stripe keys integrated. Our foundation is solid and we're ready to move on to the rest of the build. All right, now that the basic structure is in place, let's go ahead ahead and move on to the heart of the app, the brain games. Now, to create the actual training games, I'm going to open up the element selector, and then I'll click here on the game section, and then I'll type in a detailed prompt. Create 3 mini games targeting different cognitive skills. Memory game, build a memory card matching game where users flip cards to find matching pairs. The game should shuffle the cards each round and then track how many moves the user takes. A logic puzzle, create a simple pattern recognition game. Show a sequence of shapes or numbers and then ask users to choose what comes next from 3 options. And attention game. Design a game where random objects appear on screen and users must quickly tap only the specific target item, for example, a red circle. Increase item speed over time. Alright, so let's start with the memory game. I'm going to load it up, but here there's an issue. There's nothing behind the cards. There are no icons, no shapes. They're just blank tiles. So again, I'm just going to head back to Replit and then I'm going to tell it what's missing. Something like all cards should have items, shapes, or icons behind the cards so that our users can flip the cards to find matching pairs. Shuffle the cards each round. And once that's done, we are going to reopen the app in a new tab and then test the memory game again. And now, as you can see, it is running properly, and I can also choose different themes, which is a nice touch. However, if you can see, the cards are a little too big, at least for my liking, so I'm going to prompt Replit again. The cards are big. I want you to change them to smaller sizes and make sure it will be fully responsive on both desktop and a mobile view. And since I'm already tweaking a few things here, I'm going to add to the prompt, yes, change the question mark icons on each card to the app logo, similar to earlier. And doing that tightens things up. Now the memory game feels a lot smoother, it is responsive, and it's visually consistent with the rest of the app. Next, let's move on to the logic puzzle, or what the app calls the number puzzle. I'll click Start Game and give it a quick run through. And so far, so good. Everything looks pretty solid here. Pattern recognition works, the interface is clean, and the logic checks out. There are no issues for now, so I'm gonna leave this one as it is. So now we'll head on over to the attention game, also called the focus test. I am going to play it, but right off the bat, something is off. It's not responding well, and I can't see any objects appear on screen while I'm playing. So back to Replit I go, and let's go ahead and type in, I can't see any objects on the screen. After that, still nothing, so we have to rephrase the prompt more clearly. Something like, the targets are not appearing on the screen. Make them visible. And after that, let's go ahead and try the focus test again. And now the game's working. The targets finally appear on the screen and I can interact with them. It looks like the logic was simplified a little bit, but that's fine. It's working smoothly now. The last thing that's missing, feedback. It is a game and I finished it, but I get nothing. No score, no results. So one last prompt to Replit. I'm gonna type in, after play ends in the focus test, it should show the score. And doing that solves the problem. I run the game again, and this time it displays the score right after the session ends. Now everything is finally functional, from card matching to reaction-based tapping. We've got all the 3 core games. They're all up and running, and most importantly, they're actually fun to play. Now that the core games are working, it's time to make them smarter, because I want each mini game to adjust its difficulty based on how well the user is playing. Here, we're gonna open the element selector and then send Replit this prompt. Implement logic in each minigame that adjusts the difficulty based on the user's performance. So for example, if a user solves a memory game with few mistakes, increase the number of cards next time. For logic puzzles, increase length or complexity based on correct streaks. Store user performance to dynamically adjust game difficulty every session. And after we submit that prompt, we are going to test each game one by one. So starting with the focus test. Now, after I've finished playing, it actually shows my skill level right there at the bottom, as you can see. But not only does it track how I performed, but it also gives me feedback that reflects how the game will scale next time. So now I'll head over to the logic puzzle, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Because every time I answer correctly, the puzzle gets a little harder. And the best part, this system is working across all of the games. Each one of them now adjusts dynamically based on how you're doing. So it's making the whole app feel a lot more personalized and engaging. So right now, the main dashboard already gives a pretty general sense of how we're doing, like how often we've been playing and our skill level. But I do want to take it a step further and create a dedicated page just for our progress tracking. Something visual and easy to understand. So back to Replit I go, and I'll type in a new prompt. Create a separate page for progress tracking that displays daily and weekly performance. For example, accuracy percentage, completion time, visual graphs showing improvement trends, highlights of user strengths, for example, strong in memory or needs improvement in logic. Use icons, bars, and simple line charts for clean presentation. After submitting that, I am going to check the app again, and now there's a new progress tracking tab right here in the navigation bar. So let's click on it, and so far it looks great to me. There's an overview of recent performance. I also get performance by game type and game analytics. It's a pretty nice upgrade actually that adds a layer of insight so that my users can track their growth over time instead of just, playing games and hoping they're getting better. Now, to make the app even more effective, I want our users to get a daily training plan that actually adapts to their weak spots. So to do that, we'll drop in this prompt into Replit to make it happen. Generate a daily workout of 2 to 3 mini games based on the user's weak areas. So for example, if the user scores low in attention, schedule that game more frequently. Offer a simple start daily training button that cues today's games, then store and use past performance to adjust each day's plan. And once that's done, a new section shows up in the app. Daily brain workout. All right, great. So let's click on start daily training, and now it automatically queues up 2 to 3 games based on my performance data. The games that need more attention are clearly marked, as you can see, with a high priority tag, and each one comes with a start exercise button and a mark done option. After finishing a game, we can just easily click mark done, and it gives me a nice little confirmation. Game completed. It's clean, it's intuitive, and it's smart. So every day, users get a tailored brain workout that targets their weaker areas, making the experience really feel more intentional and results-driven. And to make things even more intentional, let's go ahead and make each game begin with a quick pop-up explaining how it helps our brains. These friendly tooltips offer, just enough context to show the purpose behind doing the activity. It's simple, it's clear, and it's never too overwhelming. Now, if we want to tweak or improve this feature, all we have to do is use this prompt. Add brief tooltips or pop-ups before each game explaining the cognitive benefit. For example, this game improves short-term memory. Let's keep it friendly, not too academic. So let's test this by creating a new account and going through all the games again. And right there, at the start, each game gives a quick overview of its mental benefits. It adds clarity and purpose to the whole app experience, helping our users connect gameplay with real cognitive goals. Now that the experience delivers real value, let's go ahead and talk about turning that value into revenue. So we're going to start by clicking the Upgrade Now button, which takes me straight to the pricing page. And here I see 3 plans laid out for me: free, premium, and annual. It looks clean so far, but the moment I click Try Premium, I hit an error. It says error, failed to initialize subscription. So all I have to do is head back to Replit and tell the Replit agent exactly what I need. Integrate Stripe for payments and checkout. Free users get limited games per day. Premium users unlock limited play and advanced progress insights. And with all that sorted out with a simple prompt, let's try signing up for a free account to see how the limits work out. Once I'm inside the dashboard, I can clearly see a tracker that says free tier users can play 3 games per day. You have 3 games remaining today. It's a nice touch, and it helps remind me and set expectations for free users. So next time, let's test the upgrade flow again. I'm gonna open up the app in a new tab. Now I'm gonna hit upgrade now, select try premium. I'll enter my payment details, and then I'll click on subscribe now. And this time the payment goes through, but the dashboard still doesn't reflect the upgrade that I paid for. There's no badge, there's no unlock confirmation. So we do have to fix this, and we'll just do that by going back to Replit and giving it one more prompt. Use Stripe checkout page. After the successful payment, the user should get unlimited premium features for 1 month and with a premium badge display. Now let's try that one more time. So we'll go through the same upgrade process again, payment, subscription, and this time it works. So after subscribing, I can see a premium badge exactly like I prompted right at the top of the dashboard, along with a label that shows how many days are left in my subscription. Everything now is working smoothly even in mobile view. The app not only tracks usage for our free users, but it also handles upgrade cleanly and visually confirms to me that I have access to premium features now. The monetization flow is finally complete, and if you're curious, it looks like this in the mobile view. And that's it. That's a wrap on our Brain Boost Challenge app. It's now fully up and running. From smart adaptive mini games to daily personalized workouts, progress tracking, and a seamless Stripe-powered upgrade system. We've built an entire brain training app with just a series of well-structured prompts. And if you too are thinking about building your own AI-powered app, this should really show you and prove to you just how far we can go without having to write a single line of code. So let the AI handle all the heavy lifting. All we have to do is just be clear, specific, and patient with our instructions. And if this walkthrough helped you out, please do go ahead and give it a like, and let me know down in the comments below what kind of app you're planning to build next. I really want to know what you guys are up to. I'll see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching.